FBI officials told Congress today that the shooter used his cell phone and other devices to search for images of Mr. Trump and President Biden, along with an array of public figures from Washington, D.C. The House Oversight Committee plans to hold the first congressional hearing into the shooting on Monday. The committee has issued a subpoena to the Secret Service director to compel her to testify. Investigators have still not been able to establish a motive for the shooting. Cher Micah, back to you.
John, thank you. As expected, Special Counsel Jack Smith has appealed the judge's stunning decision to dismiss the case against former President Trump over his handling of classified documents. Federal Judge Eileen Cannon ruled Smith's appointment violated the U.S. Constitution because it was done without Senate approval and confirmation. A spokesperson for Smith says that ruling is contrary to decades of court decisions that found the Attorney General is statutorily authorized to appoint a special counsel.
An Inland Empire School District is the first to challenge Governor Gavin Newsom's new transgender law. The Chino Valley Unified School District Board has filed a lawsuit challenging the measure that bans districts from requiring parents be notified of their child's gender identification change. Chino Valley school officials say the law strips parents of their rights, but proponents say the ban, that it will help protect transgender students who live in unwelcoming households.
First look at your weather here at the 10 o'clock hour. Look outside with Vera.
Thank you, Mike. As we take a live look outside from our Mount Wilson camera, take a look at this. This is a beautiful view. We do have some cloud cover out there off in the distance towards the bottom of your screen. You're seeing the marine layer close to the coast, but up above, directly above that vantage point, you can also see the high clouds. We are going to see more cloud cover and muggy weather again tomorrow. Temperatures are going to start to warm up, and we do, in fact, have an excessive heat watch that is going to begin on Friday. It's going to stick around for about 6 days, so expect a long stretch of more of that hot weather. This afternoon compared to yesterday, a couple of degrees warmer. So yesterday 84 degrees, today 84 degrees, just a little above the average. Tomorrow, though, we are going to see things warm up. This is going to be a widespread excessive heat watch. Temperatures are going to range between 100 and 110 degrees. The overnight temperatures are also going to be rather warm in the low 70s. As I mentioned, this will begin on Friday and will be with us through Wednesday of next week. So we are going to see just a tough several days ahead. We'll take a look at the rest of those details and what you can expect in terms of thunderstorms for tomorrow in just a few minutes. Back to you guys for now.
Thank you, Vera. A wild and dangerous pursuit weaved through Los Angeles tonight. The suspect switching cars at one point. And then the horrifying surprise. An infant was in the car the entire time. That suspect wanted for armed robbery was even live streaming the chase on Instagram.
KTLA's Rick Chambers is live in South LA, where authorities briefed the media just a short time ago. Rick?
Yeah, share a number of crimes in a number of areas around LA today, all allegedly linked to our suspect. But it was rescuing that little 2-month-old girl that was paramount in the deputies' minds.
Just let us out the car.
Oh, this is sheriffs. They gonna kill me.
A robbery carjacking suspect leads police on a high-speed pursuit with his girlfriend and newborn baby in the back seat.
Bro, just pull over and put your hands up, bro. My baby is in a car, Dayon. Bro, just let us out, bro. Let us out.
The suspect is live streaming all of this as he races through Culver City streets, his girlfriend begging him to stop.
You're not thinking about your baby right now. You finna get our baby killed,
Oh, they gonna smoke me.
Bro, I don't want to go back to jail. I don't.
I know. But at the end of the day, it's over, bro. It's over. It's reality.
Nearly an hour after it all began, the suspect pulls onto a dead-end street in the Blair Hills neighborhood and shows police the child. After a short standoff, the couple emerges finally from the car. Both are arrested, the baby cradled in the arms of a female deputy.
And I saw she was just crying, so I just wanted to soothe her, make sure she was okay. It took me back to when I was holding my daughter and making sure she was okay, and she's just crying. So it was just motherly instinct, sir. And I was glad I was there and I was able to take care of her.
It was so loud, it sounded like the helicopter was about ready to land on the roof.
Folks in the area were stunned.
So we went out there to look, and then all of a sudden we heard them calling from the helicopters for everyone to get inside and lock their doors.
It's terrifying. I mean, it's like you don't expect live in what's supposed to be a quiet neighborhood.
I can understand why the police took their time with it and everything. I'm very glad that everything turned out okay. But really scary, and we're way closer to home than, or at least home temporarily, than we expected for sure.
The suspect is thought to be part of a trio of thieves who robbed someone today in Beverly Hills. 2 of those men were quickly arrested later here in South LA. But this guy had his girlfriend pick him up. The car then later spotted in Hawthorne, which then led to the chase. But everything ended peacefully tonight. The baby is fine.
And we saw the baby just leaving the sheriff's station a few moments ago with the mom. It's unclear at this point if the mom is going to be charged with anything. As for the man, he is going to be charged with a number of different crimes, being a felon out on parole. Carjacking is one of them, robbery, kidnapping, and being in possession of a gun. In South LA, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, I'll throw it back to you in the studio.
Rick, thank you. A mother walking with her newborn baby daughter on a Brentwood street is attacked by a stranger who grabbed her from behind. The victim says she was injured as she fought off her attacker.
Now she hopes the man is caught before it happens to anyone else. KTLA's Carlos Saucedo live in Brentwood with more on the alarming assault. Carlos.
Hey, Micah and Cher, a scary situation for anybody, but especially a young mother. Now, she was walking here in Brentwood with her newborn when a man comes from behind and commits battery against her. Tonight, the mother, the victim, she's speaking out in hopes of getting this predator off the streets.
That's when he punched me in the face, got a split up here, and I got some staples put in on my scalp.
Carmina Lou shows us the wound she sustained while fighting off a man who tried sexually assaulting her in this Brentwood neighborhood.
It was really awful. You know, I just would never have expected anything like this to happen. As he was attacking me and I was telling him to get off, he said something like, you know, there was a B, like that was somehow justifying the attack, like him assaulting me from behind like that.
The attack happened Tuesday just before 5 p.m. while she was walking with her newborn in a stroller in the 900 block of South Gretna Greenway. Video shows as a shirtless man runs away, neighbors who heard the commotion chasing after him.
I'm very grateful for the neighbors who heard me yelling and immediately came to my aid, but unfortunately they weren't able to catch him.
Her baby was not harmed, but the family's sense of security has been shattered.
I'm outraged, you know, but I'm proud of my wife. She's not a victim. She fought back.
About 20 minutes before the attack, the suspect is seen talking with these ladies.
Me and my friend, we just walk out to do walking, and I just met him right in front of my gate.
Betty Majidi tells me the man seemed friendly, even at one point waving his shirt after telling her he was rooting for Argentina in the Copa America soccer tournament. He told them his mom lives in the area and spoke Farsi and a bit of Spanish.
I feel he's a little odd when he started rolling the shirt. I said something a little wrong with him.
Carmina describes her attacker as a white male in his 20s with a thin build and long brown hair.
And I just hope that it doesn't happen to anybody else.
And the suspect has not been identified. Police tell me tonight that they're still looking for him. Anyone with any information should contact the LAPD. Reporting live in Brentwood, Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Carlos, thank you. The LAPD is investigating a series of car break-ins in the Palms neighborhood of Los Angeles. Multiple parked vehicles had windows shattered overnight. Police say they started receiving calls about the break-ins around 3:15 this morning along Midvale Avenue. A short time later, a Tesla was targeted on Centinela. Police say they are looking for 2 to 3 suspects who might have been involved.
A thief was caught breaking into parked cars over the 4th of July weekend thanks to a police drone. Santa Monica police say the department's drone pilot noticed the man wandering through the parking lot just north of the pier, acting suspiciously. Footage shows the thief wearing a backpack over a gray hoodie, pulling out a screwdriver and using it to punch open the driver's side door. The man is seen rifling through that car. The drone pilot sent officers to the man's location. They say he was found in possession of several stolen items.
Still ahead on the KTLA 5 News at 10, unraveling a deadly poisoning plot.
6 bodies and traces of cyanide are found inside a luxury hotel room tonight. A possible motive revealed in the twisted mystery.
Plus, a catastrophic collapse. The new video capturing the moment a crane crashes down onto cars below.
And desperate and dangerous, the driver behind the wheel of a stolen U-Haul tries to get away from officers by throwing the truck in reverse. How this wild pursuit came to an end. Plus, Doug.
Tonight, the Emmy nominations are out, what made the cut, and what you should be watching. I'm Doug Kolk. Up next.
It won't take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden. Golden.
The high-flying adventure begins for a whole new generation. Think the loveliest thoughts and get ready to take flight. Peter Pan at the Hollywood Pantages Theater now through July 28th only.
Yeah. Too crowded.
Yeah.
There's only one ultimate driving machine and 1,000 excuses to drive it. The BMW Summer Sales Event on now. Receive a credit of up to $2,500 off MSRP on select models through July 31st.
It's in our very nature to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Get tickets for Colin Jost and Friends, July 19th. The always hilarious Martin Lawrence, August 17th. And nice guy comic Nate Bargatze, October 18th. Only at Yamava Theater, Southern California's #1 entertainment destination.
Ready, set, dream cabin nestled in the woods. Just 4 hours to go. New job halfway across the country. Butterflies before a first date. Audition for a role made for you. Hopefully. Biggest game of your lives. There's go in everything you do. That's why 76 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
The high-flying adventure begins for a whole new generation. Think the loveliest thoughts and get ready to take flight. Peter Pan at the Hollywood Pantages Theater now through July 28th only.
Join Team DeCarlo for Chalk Walk in the Park presented by Disneyland Resort. It's a magical 5K fundraiser on Sunday, July 21st inside Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure Park, supporting Chalk and the care it provides for our kids. Go to the website to register today.
Live in studio, Josh and Heather Altman share the drama from $1 Million Listing Los Angeles Season 15. Plus, Carrie Kasem and DJ Ashba talk about toughing it out on Surviving Man All Stars Believes. Tomorrow.
A pursuit in Wisconsin ended Monday when a police cruiser engaged a stolen vehicle in a pit maneuver, only to resume as the suspect put the U-Haul in reverse. Ultimately, the patrol car was able to engage the U-Haul again, spinning it around and bringing it to a stop. The driver and passenger, wanted for an armed robbery and shooting, were both promptly arrested and charged with a number of crimes, including attempted homicide.
Now, the Emmy nominations are in, and samurai thriller Shogun leads the pack of mostly newcomers with 25 nods.
Our Doug Kolk breaks down the list in tonight's entertainment report.
Well, when the Emmy nominations drop, usually year after year, it's more of the same. But this year, I got a lot of TV to start watching. In the best drama department, with No Better Call Saul, The Last of Us, Succession, and White Lotus, we now have a field of newcomers. Prime's Fallout, The Gilded Age, The Morning Show is back in the mix, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, FX's Shogun, Apple TV's Slow Horses, and Netflix's Three Body Problem. For actors in a drama, we have Idris Elba, Hijack, Donald Glover, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Walton Goggins, Fallout, Gary Oldman, Slow Horses, Hiroyuki Sanada, Shogun, and Dominic West, The Crown. For the ladies, Jennifer and Reese once again battle it out for their work in The Morning Show. Amedla Staunton for The Crown, and newcomers Anna Sawai for Shogun, and Maya Erskine for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and Carrie Coon for Gilded Age.
Let all the secrets come out. They did not protect me.
They didn't protect you, but I did.
For the comedies, it's a lot of familiar names. Abbott Elementary. The Bear once again slots into the comedy category. Curb Your Enthusiasm, Hacks, Only Murders in the Building, Reservation Dogs, and What We Do in the Shadows. Palm Royale is the lone newcomer here. For actors in a comedy series, Matt Berry, Larry David in the final season of Curb, Steve Martin and Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, Jeremy Allen White for The Bear, DeFaroa Wu Natai for Reservation Dogs. For actresses, Quinta Brunson has another nomination. Last year's winner, Ayu Adibri, has another for The Bear. Selena Gomez for Only Murders in the Building. Maya Rudolph for Loot. Jean Smart for Hacks. And Kristen Wiig for Palm Royale. The Emmys will air live from the Peacock Theater Sunday, September 15th. With your entertainment report, I'm Doug Kolk.
Coming up, unlocking the key to longevity.
Scientists say they may have discovered the anti-aging holy grail drug that can prevent cancer and gray hair.
Plus, from mountains of hazardous waste to rusted cars, after years of complaints, law enforcement officers search a sprawling junkyard property in the San Fernando Valley. What happens next?
This portion of the news sponsored by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best-selling Rogue, and the all-electric Leaf. All boasting an EPA estimated 32 mpg on the highway or better. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months or get $1,250 customer cash back on the 2024 Nissan Rogue Platinum.
This is Monster Jam. As big as it gets. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com for your $20 Morgan & Morgan ticket. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. Coming to Crypto.com Arena July 19th through the 21st.
When we say it'll be on time, they expect it to be on time.
Turn shipping to your advantage.
Keep those expectations with reliable ground shipping.
Thanks, Brandon.
With USPS Ground Advantage.
This van just hit me out of nowhere. I thought I was dead. After the accident, I was in a lot of pain, and I decided that I needed to get an attorney because I could not work. I called Jacoby and Myers. They had their own dream team for every need, every area. They took care of me like a queen. I would recommend you call Jacoby and Myers. They really went to bat for me.
Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Going back to school? Here's a lesson from Burlington. Get the brands they love at prices that are unbelievable. The math is simple. Get more, spend less. Wow. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow.
Is this your first time here? I can show you around if you like.
I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you.
Picture someplace that you love. Where are you?
Sullivan's Crossing.
Wednesday, July 24th on KTLA 5, The CW.
Now at 10:30, big news on a story KTLA has been tracking for days. Authorities today entered a local property filled with mountains of trash, car batteries, and more. Neighbors say that they've waited years to get help, and now even the mother of the man who lives there tells KTLA that she knows he's a hoarder.
So why did it take so long for the city of LA to act? And when will the property be cleaned? KTLA's Shelby Nelson has some answers from Sun Valley.
From gutted cars to debris and smelly trash, all scattered as far as the eye can see. You might mistake this site as a junkyard when in fact what's amassed with clutter is one homeowner's Sun Valley property, and it's creating one serious problem.
Fires are my biggest concern because we only have one way in and out of our property.
Like this fire from 2021, it's one of the many concerns neighbors say they've dealt with for years. Now several agencies, LAPD, LAFD, and the city, descending onto the location for an hours-long inspection. Before personnel moved in, they had to ensure it was safe.
We did have some bomb detection canine with us today so that we could inspect to see if there were any hazardous materials or explosive devices.
Los Angeles City Council member for the 7th District, Monica Rodriguez, addressing the years-long issue that led to the inspection by the Department of Building and Safety and others.
For them to be able to take subsequent actions, they have to go in and get a ground view of what their assessment is on that, to then afford the City of Los Angeles any subsequent steps for clearing of that property.
She admitted that city officials have known about the embattled property since 2017 after the destructive La Tuna fire. Neighbors voicing their concerns. It wasn't until 2019, Rodriguez says, the city attorney held a hearing. From then on, she says it's been a tedious process tied up in court. She says the property owner, Mary Ferreira, lives at a home in La Crescenta. Her son, however, lives at this location. KTLA photographer James Ramos knocked on the La Crescenta home, where Ferreira answered via a Ring camera. She said, "I have done nothing wrong. There's nothing bad on this property," before admitting that her son is a hoarder. Officials say that Ferreira at one point was sentenced to 180 days in jail because of repeated citations and violations, but she only served 1 day. Meantime, officials say the homeowner's son is dealing with other matters of his own.
Who's taken into custody last night by Foothill area officers on unrelated misdemeanor warrants.
Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.
A new study provides strong evidence that vaccines reduce the risk of developing long COVID. The study evaluated medical records of millions of patients in the VA health system. The records helped estimate the percentage of COVID patients who had long COVID 1 year after being infected. The lowest percentage was among those who were vaccinated, about 3.5%, which compares with a rate of 7.8% for unvaccinated patients. The study covered the time period from the emergence of COVID-19 through the arrival of the Delta and Omicron variants. Scientists say they have discovered an anti-aging drug that extends the life of mice by 25%, and they hope that translates to humans as well. The treatment is an injection of an antibody called anti-IL-11 that was given to mice when they were middle-aged or roughly 55 years old in human years. Researchers say the injection lowered diseases caused by fibrosis, chronic inflammation, and poor metabolism. The mice also had fewer cancers and were overall healthier after the injection. Researchers say the drug was also well tolerated without a lot of side effects and may even prevent hair loss and graying.
Now a case right out of a classic murder mystery. 6 people found dead in a pristine Bangkok hotel room under mystifying circumstances. That is, until a clue was discovered. Here's a look at the room. Food sitting untouched on a table, some of it still wrapped in plastic, but 6 cups were empty and 6 people lie lifeless around the room. The door was locked from the inside. Police say the cups had traces of cyanide, a deadly fast-acting chemical, and investigators says the suspected poisoning may have been the result of a dispute among the 6 people and believes the one person responsible for the deaths was also among the dead. New at 10, a terrifying moment caught on camera during rush hour. Traffic brought to a standstill as a massive chunk of a crane comes crashing down onto a car. It happened back in April in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. New video shows the dramatic moment on the Southeast 3rd Avenue Bridge as the woman driving one of the damaged cars walks away without a scratch. A second car was also hit by the falling debris. One person inside that car was injured. Police say a 27-year-old man working on the construction site where the crane fell from died when he fell off the side of the building. The investigation is ongoing.
Police in Florida are searching for 3 men who were involved in a hit-and-run crash that happened on July 14th in Orlando. Dashcam footage from the Florida Highway Patrol shows a Chevy Camaro hitting another vehicle on the I-4 freeway, forcing it off the road and rolling over. Witnesses told police that 3 men got out of the Camaro, ran, and were eventually picked up by another vehicle. A 20-year-old woman was injured in the crash, and there's no further information on her injuries.
Still ahead on the KTLA 5 News at 10 and 11, the latest on the NASA astronauts stuck in space and what it might mean for future missions.
Plus, a desperate race against time, how first responders and bystanders rushed to help rescue a teen buried in a sand hole on a Southern California beach. Plus, Vera.
Thank you so much, Cher. We'll also be taking a look at that extended forecast behind me. You can see some cloud. We do have a bit of monsoonal moisture, and that is going to make the weather feel not just hot, but also muggy. And there's still another day with the threat of thunderstorms over our mountain and desert communities. We'll take a look at those details and numbers when we come back.
Caring for an older adult is more than just a job, it's a journey. So whether you're a paid caregiver looking to advance your skills or a family member learning the basics of in-home care, CalGrows can help everyone better navigate caring for an older adult. Through September, more than 600 free training courses are available in person and online. Classes are offered in multiple languages, and paid professional caregivers can earn up to $6,000 in stipends. Visit calgrows.org to learn more. Brought to you by the California Department of Aging.
This summer is the perfect time to get away with a great deal on your favorite Hyundai models. All backed by America's best warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to your journey. Hurry in to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now. Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Elantra for only $189 a month. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
Any slow sipper knows you'll enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else.
Right now, get any size soft drink or frozen drink for $1.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Introducing LA's newest entertainment destination, YouTube Theater, just steps away from SoFi Stadium at Hollywood Park. Incredible sound in a comfortable, intimate live entertainment setting. Don't miss Jane's Addiction, August 13th. Squeeze and Boy George, August 22nd. And Kids Bop, September 8th. For more information on upcoming events at YouTube Theater or about VIP packages and box suites, please visit youtubetheater.com.
Vallarta Supermarkets is home to the original carne asada, expertly cut and marinated with our secret blend of spices. It's more than grilling. It's tradition.
When it comes to healthcare, it's easy to feel like just a number. But at Keck Medicine of USC, we truly listen and partner with you. Our expertise goes beyond your vitals to understand what's vital to you. Together, we are limitless.
Watch Off the Clock today at 2 on KTLA 5.
2 astronauts remain in space weeks after they were supposed to return to Earth, while 4 others will be grounded for a while. Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams were supposed to return on June 14th, but equipment on their Boeing Starliner failed. NASA and Boeing say that they want to continue to test those parts while they are still in space. Meantime, the second stage of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket failed during a mission with no people on board. The FAA has now grounded that rocket and ordered an investigation. NASA's Commercial Crew Program has awarded Boeing $4.2 billion and SpaceX $2.6 billion in contracts. And even with recent hiccups, NASA administrators say the partnership was still a good idea.
All right, back here on terra firma, we have a forecast to look at with Vera.
We certainly do. And again, tomorrow we are going to see the threat of more thunderstorms.
Yeah.
You know, we have that instability in the atmosphere because it gets really hot at the surface. And then we get all of that moisture. Now, depending on whether that monsoonal flow happens to be at the mid-levels or at the upper levels determines how it impacts us. If it's too far in the upper levels, we don't get as much of that feeling of that humidity and that mugginess. And then the other thing too is that if we do get thunderstorms, sometimes if they're too high, we don't get any of the rain at the surface, obviously, but with that, sometimes even the lightning strikes don't even make it to the surface. So this is all mid-level, which brings all of those things a little bit closer to us, and that means tomorrow we could see that chance of thunderstorms and the dry lightning again make a land. Outside we go. Let's see where the camera takes us. We had a beautiful view of Mount Wilson earlier. Now we're out to Long Beach, where there's a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere than there was at this time yesterday. We didn't have quite this much humidity in the air yesterday, but that marine layer, well, you know, it's just a part of the coast. Looking at some of today's daytime highs, Palmdale 105, 85 in Fullerton, Burbank 89, and Riverside 93. You actually lost 2 degrees in Riverside compared to yesterday. Yesterday, your high was 95. Hazardous beach statement will remain with us through tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. We're still looking at some high surf, 4 to 6. Good for surfers, but for the folks that aren't surfers, this could be a little bit rough and dangerous. If you're a bodyboarder, pardon me, or a body surfer. The other thing too is sets to 7 feet for Orange County and San Diego. The rip currents are still going to be present. This is going to impact mostly southwest and west facing beaches. And I did mention the strong rip currents, so please keep an eye on those. 67 degrees right now near LAX, Riverside 77, 100 in Palm Springs, and 75 in Chino. Here's our Doma high pressure. It is going to continue to shift to the west over the next couple of days. Eventually, it's going to park itself right on top of central California and even into Nevada. The circulation around that is going to bring that warm desert air, or I should say hot desert air, into Southern California, and that's why we are going to see those temperatures. And again, depending on where that moisture is as we move into Friday, that will depend on how much we feel it. Now, keep in mind that over the weekend, it looks like it is going to be mostly high, so we could see temperatures drop a little bit because that moisture is going to be high enough to protect us. Also, too, with that, it's not going to feel quite as muggy at the surface. So for tomorrow, look at this. This is Palm Springs here, south of there, where you see those orange and red dots and the yellow. That means that not only do we have the potential for some heavy downpours there, but also for lightning strikes. So kind of what we experienced earlier this afternoon, we'll see that again tomorrow. Ventura, we're going to start with you. 87 degrees on Thursday, partly cloudy skies, muggy again on Friday, but hotter at 91. Saturday 90, 85 on Sunday. For the Inland Empire, we're looking at 100 as early as tomorrow, 105 on Friday, 104 on Saturday, and we'll see triple digits through Wednesday of next week. For the low desert, oof, look at Saturday, 116. Eek, well, at least it's not in the 120s, right? But 116 is going to be the hottest day. And even though temperatures are going to level off a little bit, 110 is still pretty toasty. Along the coast, we're looking at 74 tomorrow and then upper 70s Friday, Saturday, Sunday through next week. And finally, for the LA Coastal Basin, tomorrow we go from 84 with partly cloudy skies to upper 80s, low 90s through the weekend and into early next week.
Very good. So what's happening with Bronny?
Feel good for him. He's starting to look the part.
Well,
he played really well tonight.
Good.
You know, played some good defense, hit a three-pointer. Bronny James in action tonight. Had his best game yet. You might call it his breakout. He hit his first NBA three. Going to show you how he did. Got all the highlights. Plus, Dad, LeBron, had another Olympic tune-up, taking on Jokic and the Serbians. And Caitlin Clark does it again, shatters another WNBA record as she continues her remarkable rookie season, and a prodigy arrives. Introduce you to the youngest professional athlete in North American team sports history. Next.
A real deal at Del Taco is a bean and cheese burrito with slow-cooked beans, or chips and house-made guac for under $2. Some may call it impossible. We call it the new Del's Real Deals menu. Get 15 items, each $2 and under. Now that's Del Taco Better Max.
Hurry in to the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
8 Porsches, 4 weeks at Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel. Backed by popular demand, 2 lucky Club Serrano members will win a 2024 Porsche Macan every Thursday in July. Play all month to earn entries. Not a member? Join for free today. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at yamava.com.
Ready, set, dream cabin nestled in the woods. Just 4 hours to go. New job halfway across the country. Butterflies before a first date. Audition for a role made for you. Hopefully. Biggest game of your lives. There's go in everything you do. That's why 76 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Depression is a journey. I'd made some progress on my antidepressant, had some daily wins in reducing my symptoms, but I was still masking my depression. So I talked to my doctor. She told me I could build on my wins without changing my antidepressant.
Rexulti, when added to an antidepressant, significantly reduced depression symptoms more than an antidepressant alone.
And less depression, that's a win.
Rexulti can cause serious side effects. Elderly dementia patients have an increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, low white blood cells. Unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur. Keep moving forward. Ask your doctor about Rexulti.
Everybody's talking deals. Only Del Taco's talking freshly grilled, house-made, and slow-cooked deals. The new Del's Real Deals menu features 15 items, each $2 and under. Real ingredients, real value. Now that's Del Taco Better Max.
Now, KTLA 5 Sports Final with Darren Horton, powered by your Southern California Ford dealers.
Just 14 years old, freshman in high school, already a professional athlete. We'll get to that in a second, but we get started with the 19-year-old Bronny James, who was back in action tonight, Lakers and Hawks. On the Summer League stage, no Dalton Connect tonight. He got some rest. As for Bronny, came in averaging just 5 points, 0 for 15 from 3, trying to get on track. Turns out tonight was a good night. Much more aggressive. Look at this move. To the hole, little up and under for the bucket. He had 4 points in the first quarter. Then in the second, finally, off a screen, drills his first 3, and he wasn't done. Fourth quarter, Lakers down 3. Bronny, quick trigger from the corner to tie it up. He finished with 12 points, helping to lead the Lakers to their first Summer League win, 87-86, the final.
You know, just trying to forget about all the shots I missed, forget about all the games we lost. Just come out, you know, play my game and try to do my best every time I come on the court. So that's what I did tonight, and it ended up well.
How'd it feel to see that 3 go down?
Really good. Felt really good. Yeah.
Good for him. USA men's basketball continuing to prep for the Olympics, facing Serbia in Abu Dhabi. Steph Curry had the hot hand, starts the game, second quarter, hits the triple and 1. 4-point play. Curry scored 18 of his 24 in the first half. Serbia hung around thanks to the reigning NBA MVP Nikola Jokic. Draws the foul on Anthony Davis for the bucket and 1. U.S. up 14 at the break, and they pulled away in the second half. LeBron down Main Street for the easy lay. He finished with 11. Bronny had 12. LeBron had 11. USA, they beat Serbia 105-79. WNBA, Caitlin Clark and the Fever in Arlington tonight, where she set yet another record. Known for her shooting, Clark can pass it as well, finds Aliyah Boston. This would tie the game up at 90. Also tied the WNBA assist record with 18. Next possession, Clark breaks it, feeds Kelsey Mitchell. for a game-tying 3. It was assist number 19, but the Wings got hot after that. Erike Agumbawale. I tried, man. Somehow makes that turnaround. Dallas goes on to win at 101-93. Now to football. You heard me right. NFL training camps opening next week. Rams get going at Loyola Marymount University. It'll be their first year holding their training camp at LMU. But before that, tonight they hosted a group of high school students at SoFi Stadium. Here's Crystal Rich.
High school football players had a cool opportunity to go inside the Rams locker room today here at SoFi Stadium, but it wasn't just for fun. For the 7th straight year, the Rams are partnering with RISE, a nonprofit aimed to eliminate racial discrimination and help improve race relations among students. Players from Thomas Jefferson Senior High School and El Camino Real Charter High School were in attendance today, and for the first time, girls flag football players were also included.
It starts with understanding who we are, the labels that we use to sort of judge and describe ourselves, others, the ones that others use. Today is really about breaking those down. For us at RISE, inclusion is all about making sure people don't have to remove any aspect of themselves when they step into a space, when they step into a locker room.
The season-long partnership will include several sessions with students, including trips to training camp, the NFL Network, and a preseason game. Reporting at SoFi Stadium, I'm Crystal Rich, KTLA 5 Sports.
Thank you very much, Crystal. Big night in the MLS. The Galaxy may soon be welcoming in some more firepower. They're reportedly in talks to sign German star Marco Reus, a 35-year-old midfielder out of Borussia Dortmund. He scored 171 goals in 426 league and cup appearances. On the pitch tonight, Galaxy wearing their retro kit, facing the Colorado Rapids, 42nd minute. LAFC hosting Real Salt Lake, 33rd minute, black and gold, leading 1-0. Free FC is changing ownership. Disney CEO Bob Iger and his wife Willow Bay are buying a controlling stake at a valuation of $250 million, making the franchise the most valuable women's sports team in the world. The couple plans to invest an additional $50 million into the club. Quick break, still to come. A 14-year-old that should be a high school freshman making history in the MLS tonight, breaking a long-standing record. We'll explain when we come back.
Planning a picnic or a banquet? Taste This offers unique ideas for the foods we love. From pure comfort to daringly adventurous. Taste This, Thursdays on the KTLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m. Sponsored by Smart & Final. Where else?
I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
Lybalvi helps us push back against bipolar 1.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, feel faint, very dizzy, or confused, or have a fever, stiff muscles, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing, or falls.
Are you ready? Ask your doctor about Lybalvi. Looking for copay savings? For info, text copay to 45286.
Wicked, the untold true story of the Witches of Oz, flies back to the Hollywood Pantages Theater from December 4th through February 2nd only. Visit BroadwayandHollywood.com to get wicked.
Hey guys, it's Al. We got some rough weather heading your way. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but it is going to pour.
Hey, BMW, play my music.
Sure.
Was that a road curve?
There are many ways to spend your summer, but only one will make it ultimate.
Can't believe they bought it.
The electric BMW summer sales event starts now. Lease the BMW i4 eDrive 35 for $449 per month through July 31st.
I hear people calling Smart & Final some crazy things. A warehouse, party supply company. None of that is true. Club sizes fresh produce, and name brand groceries. Did I mention quality meats? Smart and Final. Where else?
They are trailblazers. They are role models. They are competitors. They are athletes who inspire, and these are their stories.
Saturday at 7:30 on KTLA 5. Live in studio, Josh and Heather Altman share the drama from $1 Million Listing Los Angeles Season 15. Plus, Carrie Kasem and DJ Ashba talk about toughing it out on Surviving Man All Stars Belize. Tomorrow.
Well, history was made on the pitch tonight. This is Kevin Sullivan. He's making his MLS debut for the Philadelphia Union at 14 years old, 293 days. He breaks Freddie Adu's record, set 20 years ago. He subbed in the 85th minute after his brother Quinn scored. And he had a shot on goal from outside the penalty area in the 5-1 win. Sullivan is he's younger than any player who has appeared in the NBA, NFL, NHL, WNBA, or MLB since at least 1970. Afterwards, the brothers, they had a chance to celebrate with their parents. I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, what? As the parents, like, what are you experiencing? What are you feeling? Your kids are playing professional. Your 14-year-old is out there.
Love to ask him.
Yeah.
He's got so much growing up to do.
I know. He's probably working on term paper.
We were thinking, like, are the teachers asking him for tickets?
Of course. I mean, you got to work that, right?
Right?
All right. See you at 11. That's it for the news at 10.
Next at 11, more twists and turns in the race for the White House as Senator J.D. Vance accepts the GOP nomination for vice president. President Biden faces fresh calls to step aside. Team coverage on the convention, campaign crisis, and COVID diagnosis.
Plus, a heartbreaking twist to a heart-pounding pursuit. A driver leads deputies on a dangerous chase with a baby in the back seat. How the chaos came to an end. Next at 11.
The OC Fair is back, and it's always a good time. Experience the thrills of summer. Memories you can't make anywhere else. Fun happens at the OC Fair. Always a good time.
Explore space missile technology from Ronald Reagan's Strategic Defense Initiative, referred to as Star Wars, alongside original items from Darth Vader, Princess Leia, and the Star Wars franchise, defending America and the galaxy. Star Wars and SDI, final weeks at the Reagan Library.
Tough Men gives you healthier, smoother feeling skin to celebrate life's intense moments. Use Tough Men Body Wash with its 24-hour nourishing micro-moisture. Enjoy healthier, smoother feeling skin all day with Tough Men Body Wash.
Frizz, dryness, breakage. New Dove 10-in-1 Serum Hair Mask with Peptide Complex fortifies hair bonds at a molecular level. Helps reverse 10 signs of damage in 1 minute. Keep living. We'll keep repairing.
You may get a little excited when you shop at Burlington.
Price. I'm saving so much! Yeah.
Will it be the low prices or the great brands? You'll love the deals. You'll love Burlington. I told you so.
Clue, live on stage. The uproarious new play based on the hit movie and classic game. Murder and blackmail are on the menu when 6 mysterious guests assemble for a dinner party. Was it Mrs. Peacock in the study with the knife? Or perhaps Colonel Mustard in the library with the wrench? This fast, furious, and funny whodunit will leave you dying of laughter. Clue, live on stage.
Coming to the Amundsen Theater July 30th through August 25th.
Higher shipping rates may be the cost of doing business, but at what cost?
Turn shipping to your advantage with low-cost ground shipping from the United States Postal Service.
This is what joint pain looks like when you keep moving with Aleve. Just one Aleve, 12 hours of uninterrupted joint pain relief. Aleve, strength to last 12 hours.
The OC Fair is back, and it's always a good time. Experience the thrills of summer. Memories you can't make anywhere else. Fun happens at the OC Fair. Always a good time.
Live in studio, Josh and Heather Altman share the drama from $1 Million Listing Los Angeles Season 15, tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Now at 11, baby on board, a dangerous and reckless pursuit, all while an infant is in the back seat. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin.
An armed robbery suspect leads sheriff's deputies across Los Angeles tonight in a dangerous pursuit, and he live streamed the whole thing on Instagram.
KTLA's Rick Chambers is live in South LA, where authorities briefed the media earlier tonight. Rick?
Yeah, Cher, a lot of different crimes in a number of different areas around LA today, all of them allegedly linked to our suspect. But it was rescuing that little 2-month-old girl that was paramount in the deputies' minds.
Just let us out the car.
Oh, this is sheriffs. They gonna kill me. A robbery carjacking suspect leads police on a high-speed pursuit with his girlfriend and newborn baby in the back seat.
Bro, just pull over and put your hands up, bro. My baby is in a car, Dayon. Bro, just let us out, bro. Let us out.
The suspect is live streaming all of this as he races through Culver City streets, his girlfriend begging him to stop.
You're not thinking about your baby right now. You finna get our baby. Really,
oh, they gonna smoke me. Nearly an hour after it all began, the suspect pulls onto a dead-end street in the Blair Hills neighborhood and shows police the child. After a short standoff, the couple emerges finally from the car. Both are arrested. The baby cradled in the arms of a female deputy.
And I saw she was just crying, so I just wanted to soothe her, make sure she was okay. It took me back to when I was holding my daughter and making sure she was okay, and she's just crying. So it was just motherly instinct, sir. And I was glad I was there and I was able to take care of her.
It was so loud, it sounded like the helicopter was about ready to land on the roof.
Folks in the area were stunned.
So we went out there to look, and then all of a sudden we heard them calling from the helicopters for everyone to get inside and lock their doors.
It's terrifying. I mean, it's like you don't expect live in what's supposed to be a quiet neighborhood.
I can understand why the police took their time with it and everything. I'm very glad that everything turned out okay. But really scary, and we're way closer to home than, or at least home temporarily, than we expected for sure.
The suspect is thought to be part of a trio of thieves who robbed someone today in Beverly Hills. 2 of those men were quickly arrested later here in South LA. But this guy had his girlfriend pick him up. The car then later spotted in Hawthorne, which then led to the chase. But everything ended peacefully tonight. The baby is fine. Well, baby is back with her mother tonight. No word on if mom's going to be charged with anything. As for the man, we understand a felon out on parole. He's being charged with robbery, kidnapping, carjacking, and being in possession of a handgun. In South LA, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, I'll throw it back to you in Hollywood.
Accept your nomination to be Vice President of the United States of America.
Now at 11, it's now official. Ohio Senator J.D. Vance becomes the Republican Party's vice presidential candidate. J.D. Vance in the spotlight tonight, formally becoming Donald Trump's running mate for the 2024 presidential election.
The 39-year-old senator from Ohio spoke to a roaring crowd, focusing on family, his humble beginnings, and his view of America's future. J.D. Vance is a relative political unknown, serving in the Senate for just 18 months. He is now positioned to become the future leader of the Republican Party, that is the first millennial to join the top of a major party ticket.
We have reporters covering all of today's major developments in the race for the White House. We begin with Chip Yost in Milwaukee on day 3 of the RNC.
Yes, that's true. He is a political newcomer, but not a complete unknown, as there has been a popular book and movie based on his childhood. However, tonight, his story took a completely different turn.
It is my great privilege to introduce my husband and the next Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance.
Wednesday, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance walked into the history books.
I officially accept your nomination to be Vice President of the United States of America.
After spending less than 2 years in the Senate, the 39-year-old was picked by Donald Trump to be his vice presidential running mate on the 2024 ballot. It's a change of fortune that would have been hard to predict during his early years in Middletown, Ohio.
I know I could have done better.
As documented in Hillbilly Elegy, a memoir Vance wrote that was turned into a movie, Vance grew up with many challenges, including a drug-addicted mother. Luckily, he says, he had a guardian angel.
Mamaw raised me as my mother struggled with addiction. Mamaw was in so many ways a woman of contradiction. She loved the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. She was a woman of very deep Christian faith. But she also loved the F word. I'm not kidding. She could make a sailor blush.
Vance escaped the problems of his hometown and got a degree from Yale Law School, and now says some of those early experiences have shaped his political views, aligning him with Donald Trump's America First agenda.
When I was in the 4th grade, a career politician by the name of Joe Biden supported NAFTA, a bad trade deal that sent countless good jobs to Mexico.
So tonight was J.D. Vance's night. Tomorrow night, it'll be Donald Trump's turn to take that stage. Reporting from Milwaukee at the Republican National Convention, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5 News.
With his re-election campaign already under siege, President Biden is facing two serious setbacks tonight. California Congressman Adam Schiff becomes the highest-profile Democrat to urge the president to end his campaign.
And word tonight that President Biden has COVID, forcing him to cancel a pivotal campaign speech. KTLA Sandra Mitchell has the latest on the double blow for President Biden.
Yeah, the president isolating at home in Delaware tonight. He's also being isolated by his own party. He's said to have a runny nose, a cough. Generally, he's not feeling well. Just yesterday in an interview, the president said if doctors advised him a medical condition could prompt him to get out of the race. With a thumbs up, President Biden told reporters, "I feel good." But moments later, the 81-year-old very slowly boarded the steps of Air Force One to return to his Delaware home.
The president has been at many events, as we all know, and he just tested positive for COVID.
Earlier today, the president campaigning in battleground Nevada, shaking hands and taking selfies. But after this event and a positive COVID test, he canceled other appearances as the pressure for him to get out of the race intensifies. Just yesterday, Biden, in his first indication that his commitment to staying in the race might be faltering, told BET that he would consider getting out if doctors advised him to.
If there had some medical condition that emerged, if the doctors came to me and said, you got this problem, that problem.
Earlier today, Representative Adam Schiff of California, leading House Democrat, became the 21st Democrat to urge Biden to end his campaign. Schiff, in a statement, said, while the choice to withdraw from the campaign is President Biden's alone, I believe it is time for him to pass the torch, and in doing so, secure his legacy of leadership by allowing us to defeat Donald Trump in the upcoming election. Biden's COVID diagnosis comes at a pivotal time in his re-election campaign as he tries to prove to Americans that he's healthy enough to lead for 4 more years. Loyola law professor Jessica Levinson says the increasing pressure on Biden will continue to create uncertainty within the party.
It doesn't help public perception with respect to President Biden's abilities to have prominent Democrats saying the time is up. He needs to step down.
This is the 3rd time the president has had COVID. He's said to be vaccinated and fully boosted. His staff says he will be back on the campaign trail when he is COVID-free. Mike and Cher, back to you.
Meantime, there are stunning new developments tonight in the investigation into the attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. We are learning tonight that the Secret Service identified the gunman as suspicious at least an hour before the shooting.
But Trump was still allowed to take the stage. John Finolio is live in the KTLA News Center with a breakdown of how the assassination attempt unfolded. John?
Micah, share that's right. Disturbing details tonight. In an unclassified briefing, federal law enforcement officials have been telling lawmakers that after being identified on the ground as suspicious, Secret Service snipers later spotted the gunman on the roof of a building less than 150 yards from the stage where Mr. Trump would be standing 20 minutes before he opened fire.
Obviously, if there are things that we need to change about our policies or our procedures or our methods, we are certainly going to do so.
Tonight, the director of the Secret Service under renewed scrutiny following new revelations about what agents knew and when before a gunman on a rooftop opened fire on former President Trump. FBI and Secret Service officials briefing lawmakers on Capitol Hill Wednesday, revealing that agents identified the suspected shooter as a person of interest at least an hour before Saturday's shooting. According to multiple reports, lawmakers were given a detailed timeline of events about the suspect, identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. At 5:11 p.m., police received a report of a man pacing near the metal detectors where attendees were being screened before entering the outdoor rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Then, at 5:52, Secret Service spotted Crooks on the roof of a building outside the venue with a rangefinder, a device often used by hunters to measure the distance to a target. 20 minutes later, at 6:02, Mr. Trump takes the stage.
Officer.
At 6:09, this startling video of rally-goers shouting to police after noticing Crooks crawling on the roof.
We have people that
3 minutes later, at 6:12 p.m., the gunman opens fire with an AR-style rifle. In less than 30 seconds, Secret Service snipers take out Crooks. Trump is wounded. A bystander in the crowd is killed, 2 others injured. The roof Crooks fired from was the same building being used as a staging area for police who were inside at the time. The question now, how could this happen? Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle speaking with ABC News Tuesday.
Should that roof have been secure, period?
That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, the decision was made to secure the building from inside.
Lawmakers from both parties now demanding answers from the Secret Service. Some calling for Director Cheadle's resignation.
We need to find out answers, and we've got to have them fast.
Following security lapses that almost claimed the life of the former president. FBI officials told Congress today that the shooter used his cell phone and other devices to search for images of Mr. Trump, President Biden, along with an array of other public figures. The House Oversight Committee plans to hold the first congressional hearing into the shooting on Monday. The committee has issued a subpoena to the Secret Service director to compel her to testify. Meantime, investigators have still not been able to establish a motive for the shooting. Micah Scher, back to you.
John, thank you. Coming up, a neighborhood nightmare.
A mother walking her newborn in a stroller is assaulted in Brentwood. Tonight, she is sharing details of the terrifying attack. Plus, Vera.
Thank you, Sher. We'll also be taking a look at our extended forecast outside. It's starting to get a little hazy out there. The marine layer will be back, but we're still going to see some afternoon sunshine and, of course, those warm temperatures, so it's going to feel a bit muggy. And there's also a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. We'll take a look at all those details when we come back.
Plus, a Disneyland discount, how some Southern California residents can score a special ticket deal.
Dishes drier than the desert sand. Like a Bosch. Wash the dishes like a Bosch. With the quietest dishwasher brand that delivers perfect results every time. From Bosch.
This is the GMC Sierra. Powered by the TurboMax engine. With the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. Or current eligible GMC owners get over $7,800 total value.
See your Southern California GMC dealers.
Ready, set, dream cabin nestled in the woods. Just 4 hours to go. New job halfway across the country. Butterflies before a first date. Audition for a role made for you. Hopefully. Biggest game of your lives. There's go in everything you do. That's why 76 is there to fuel all the ways you Go, go, go.
Big trucks are dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against us. We fight to get you paid. Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call now or visit lawbrothers.com.
Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream when I want you in my arms whenever I want you. All I have to do is
Your best sleep starts here.
dream, dream, dream.
Living spaces.
Always keeping veggies at their peak.
Like a Bosch.
Freshness lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Like a Bosch.
Stay fresh like a Bosch. With America's most trusted refrigerators that keep food fresh up to 3 times longer. From Bosch.
They're about to start in France. Now LA is on the clock. Find out how LA is preparing for the big event. Join Sandra Mitchell for a special presentation from Paris to LA, Saturday at 7 on KTLA 5. Live in studio, Josh and Heather Altman share the drama from $1 Million Listing Los Angeles Season 15. Plus, Carrie Kasem and DJ Ashba talk about toughing it out on Surviving Man All Stars Belize. Tomorrow.
A new mother walking with her baby on a Brentwood street is attacked from behind by a stranger. Carmina Luz says it happened Tuesday just before 5 p.m. The man tried to sexually assault her and attacked her as she tried to fight him off, punching her in the face. Surveillance video shows the man in the neighborhood talking to people just minutes before the attack. Lou describes him as a white male in his 20s with a thin build and long brown hair.
Came up behind me. He grabbed me by the hips with both of his hands, started sexually assaulting me. I just want to be able to walk in our neighborhood and feel safe about it. And I don't think I'm going to feel that way for a while.
The baby was not injured in the attack. If you know the man in the video or anything about the assault, you are asked to call police. A frightening scene in San Diego when a 16-year-old is rescued after being buried up to her neck in a sand hole. Lifeguards and firefighters frantically tried to reach the girl at Mission Beach. Firefighters could only see her head and her arms sticking out, and there was concern that she could slip further, especially as the tide was moving in. After 30 minutes of digging, the teen was freed. She was checked out by paramedics and released to her parents. Now, it's unclear how the girl became stuck in the hole, but firefighters say digging holes in the sand is dangerous because they can easily collapse.
Wow, she's lucky. All right, meteorologist Vera Jimenez is here with your forecast, and it is including that weekend. It's getting closer, Vera.
It is indeed. Take a look at this. The marine layer over the, or I would say behind the skyline, beautiful this evening. It's very well delineated is what I'm trying to say. Compared to yesterday, we didn't have this much marine layer yesterday, which means that the temperatures are going to be hotter because remember, sometimes we get that temperature inversion, and that's what we're seeing behind me in this picture. 82 degrees, that means today was exactly the same as it was yesterday. Tomorrow, we are going to see those temperatures increase. And just in case you're in the city of Colton, here is your dog walking forecast for tomorrow. Still really warm at 5 p.m. at 95 degrees. Even at 7, we're still looking at 90. Finally, by 11 p.m., those temperatures will drop to 77 degrees. Outside right now, downtown Los Angeles, 67 degrees, 71 if you're in Fullerton, 75 in Ontario, and 66 for Camarillo, where we still have clear skies and calm winds. 66 at LAX, Riverside 75, and Palm Springs still looking at 98 degrees. We have an excessive heat watch that has been issued. It won't begin until Friday, but it's going to be with us through the weekend into about the middle of next week. We are going to see multiple days, at this point 6 days, of temperatures in these shaded areas that will be somewhere between 100 and 110. The most challenging part is that those overnight temperatures are not going to drop. We're going to be somewhere in the 70s, which means that for the folks that don't have AC, they're still going to be looking at difficult conditions even during the overnight hours. So here's what the cloud cover will look like tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning. But what I really want to show you on this particular map is that. Take a look at that. Did you just see all those little orange and yellow and red areas within these cells? That means again tomorrow we are going to see a pretty good probability of some thunderstorms over our desert areas. We did have some active weather this afternoon. Nothing like we had as we worked through Sunday. Sunday was the big day. We had a lot of rain on Sunday. Tomorrow, Lancaster 104, about the same in Palmdale. And as we take a look at the Santa Clarita Valley, 100 degrees on Thursday, 103 on Saturday, and then 99 on Monday. So we're going to see temperatures that fluctuate a little bit from day to day, but the temperatures are still going to be quite warm. San Gabriel Valley tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, muggy at 90, 95 on Friday, 96 on Saturday, back down to 95 on Sunday, Monday. San Fernando Valley tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, also going to be sticky with 97 degrees. Saturday will be your hottest day with 105. By Monday, you're back down to 102. High Desert 104 tomorrow. There's a 10% chance. I'm going to say at this point a little bit higher than that. Thursday, Friday, chance of thunderstorms 106 on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And finally, for the mountains, chance of thunderstorms for you as well. Temperatures in the low 80s as we head into the weekend. And that's a look at your forecast. I'll send it back to you.
Vera, thank you. Coming up, the restaurant chain offering bottomless floats and fries in a bid to get customers.
We have all the details next.
This summer is the perfect time to get away with a great deal on your favorite Hyundai models. All backed by America's best warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to your journey. Hurry in to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now. Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson and Tucson Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
Clue, live on stage. The uproarious new play based on the hit movie and classic game. Murder and blackmail are on the menu when 6 mysterious guests assemble for a dinner party. Was it Mrs. Peacock in the study with the knife? Or perhaps Colonel Mustard in the library with the wrench? This fast, furious, and funny whodunit will leave you dying of laughter. Clue, live on stage.
Coming to the Amundsen Theater July 30th through August 25th.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
The pizza pioneer since 1954, Shakey's is celebrating 70 years of parlor classics. Right now, get a half-pound order of our famous Mojos for 70 cents when you buy any large Shakey's pizza. Make Mojo magic at Shakey's, the People's Pizza Parlor.
I heard just this loud in my face. That's when I realized I've been hit by a semi-truck. I had over 100 doctor's appointments, including surgery. I was nervous about dealing with the insurance companies, all the injuries that I was going to be dealing with, all the bills I might pay. That's when I Googled and saw Jacoby & Myers was #1 for injury lawyers. Once I hired Jacoby & Myers, all the medical bills were paid off. Jacoby & Myers changed my life.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO.
Disneyland is celebrating its 69th anniversary with a major deal for the park's neighbors. Starting today, Anaheim residents can purchase a one-day, one-park ticket for as low as $69. The offer is only available for a limited time. It can only be applied to visits between August 5th and September 26th. Park reservations are required. The theme park says it is a special thank you to neighbors who have been part of Disneyland's history since Walt Disney first opened the park in 1955.
Red Robin restaurants are taking a different approach to help lure inflation-weary customers back into their dining rooms. The gourmet burger restaurant chain is offering value with bottomless sides, drinks, and desserts, with the idea that customers will look to pair those options with burgers and other menu items. Diners have more than 30 unlimited offerings to choose from, ranging from garlic fries to cream soda and various lemonade flavors. Red Robin has seen customer traffic drop over the last couple of years, and they hope that this new approach can help bring back customers.
Still ahead, stealing the show at the RNC.
The plump bulldog sidekick destined for stardom. Plus, Darren.
Bronny James plays his best game yet, you might call it. His breakout hit his first NBA three as he shines in the Summer League. Plus, Dad LeBron had another Olympic tune-up, taking on Jokic in the serves, and Caitlin Clark does it again. Shatters another WNBA record. It's all coming up next.
Hurry in to the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
Caring for an older adult is more than just a job, it's a journey. So whether you're a paid caregiver looking to advance your skills or a family member learning the basics of in-home care, CalGrows can help everyone better navigate caring for an older adult. Through September, more than 600 free training courses are available in person and online. Classes are offered in multiple languages, and paid professional caregivers can earn up to $6,000 in stipends. Visit calgrows.org to learn more. Brought to you by the California Department of Aging.
Discover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, where you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Whatever moves you, get away and awaken the fun. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
Itch, itch, scratch, must not itch.
Stop the itch sanity with Cortisone 10 for bug bites, poison ivy, and other itches. Cortisone 10 is #1 doctor recommended. It works fast and lasts for hours. Cortisone 10.
When addiction takes hold, it's easy to feel like no one can help. But you're not in this alone. For 75 years, Hazelden Betty Ford has been at the forefront of addiction and mental health care, evolving treatment, reimagining recovery, and breaking through barriers to help families everywhere find healing. So please reach out at 855-439-4490. Help is here. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation and aired by the California Broadcasters Association and this station.
And action!
The action's happening at your Ford dealer, and Ford's action heroes are ready to perform. Our F-Series, America's best-selling trucks with superpowers only Ford can offer. Our Mustang Mach-E with electrifying performance that blasts past gas stations. And our Ford Bronco, rugged enough to conquer any terrain. Don't miss the action. With your trade-in, lease an F-150 Super Crew STX for a low $419 a month.
Live in studio, Josh and Heather Altman share the drama from $1 Million Listing Los Angeles Season 15. Plus, Carrie Kasem and DJ Ashba talk about toughing it out on Surviving Man All Stars Belize tomorrow. Now, KTLA 5 Sports Final, powered by your Southern California Ford dealers.
So we get started with 19-year-old LeBron James Jr., better known as Bronny. He was back in action tonight. Lakers and Hawks on the Summer League stage. No Dalton Connect tonight. He got some rest. As for Bronny, He came in averaging just 5 points, was 0 for 15 from three-point land, trying to get on track. Turns out tonight was a good night. He was much more aggressive, going to the hole for the up and under, had 4 points in the first quarter. Then in the second, finally, drills his first three, and he wasn't done. Fourth quarter, Lakers down 3, and Bronny in the corner. Quick trigger, splash. Ties the game up, finished with 12 points, helps lead the Lakers to their first Summer League victory, 87-86, the final.
You know, just trying to forget about all the shots I missed, forget about all the games we lost. Just come out, you know, play my game and try to do my best every time I come on the court. So that's what I did tonight, and it ended up well.
How'd it feel to see that three go down?
Really good. Felt really good. Yeah.
USA men's basketball continuing to prep for the Olympics, facing Serbia in Abu Dhabi. Steph Curry and the hot hand to start the game. Pick it up second quarter. Hits this triple plus the foul. 4-point play. Curry scored 18 of his 24 in the first half. Serbia hung around in this one thanks to the reigning NBA MVP Nikola Jokic. Draws the foul on Anthony Davis for the and one. USA up 14 at the break. Team USA would pull away in the second half. Look at LeBron down Main Street for the easy lay-in. He finished with 11 points. USA beat Serbia 105-79. WNBA, Caitlin Clark and the Fever in Arlington, where she set yet another record. Known for her shooting, Clark can pass it as well. Finds Alea Boston. This tied the game up at 90. She tied the WNBA assist record with 18. Next possession, she breaks it. Feeds Kelsey Mitchell for the game-tying three. Assist number 19, but the Wings got hot after that. Arike Ogunbowale somehow makes the turnaround. Dallas wins it 101-93. On the pitch, Galaxy wearing their retro-grade kit, facing the Colorado Rapids. 42nd minute, the LAFC hosting Real Salt Lake. 33rd minute, black and gold, leading.
Too crowded.
Yeah.
There's only one ultimate driving machine and 1,000 excuses to drive it. The BMW Summer Sales Event on now. Receive a credit of up to $2,500 off MSRP on select models through July 31st.
This summer, snacking just got serious. Introducing new $3 footlong dippers. The world might not be ready for them.
But at $3 a pop, your wallet definitely is.
With 60 years comes 60 reasons to visit SeaWorld this summer. Like our exciting new 60th anniversary. It's all part of our 60th anniversary Summer Spectacular. Save up to 65% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our summer sale. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
In a race like no other, trust a network like no other. News Nation brings you the conventions live. Every story, every angle, for every American. First up, Milwaukee, tomorrow. The most trusted journalists, analysis from all perspectives, and your backstage pass, giving you a behind-the-scenes look at one of the biggest political events of the year. Tomorrow, the Republican National Convention and News Nation. News for all America.
West Virginia Governor Jim Justice's English bulldog is having a moment. The dog, named Baby Dog, appeared on stage at the Republican National Convention last night, and the crowd, of course, loved it. Justice spoke on behalf of his dog and her predictions for the upcoming election in November. Baby Dog apparently predicts a Trump win, along with Republicans retaining the House majority. And we'll have to wait and see if Baby Dog is right. Maybe someone should ask Biden's dog, Commander, what he thinks.
Would you look at this one, huh?
She's
I don't know whether to give him a snack or what.
Or make her, or hold the snack.
Hold it back. There you go. Little stardom never hurt, huh?
She's 60 pounds.
She is 60 pounds. Oh, goodness. Have a good night, everybody.